And welcome back, teachers. We are going to look at the grades tab. I've logged in and done a sample student here. So in here, you can see that this student has gone in and looks like they've turned in some assignments here. So we can look at that now. So I can click on that student and you can see that I have some assignments turned in here. So if I look at turned in, of course, there's also return to missing tabs. But if I look at this one, you can see I can see the student's grade real quick snapshot. I can look at their quiz demo. It says there's no thing assigned, but it does show up here. So right now it's saying there's no work turned in. But remember, this was done via a Google form. So we would actually have to go out and look at that Google form and pull that data in. Then, of course, we could assign that in here. And here's the demo. And now this one is nice because you can see this turned it right in. So here's the demo. Okay, open a new window, add comments, you can add a grade, and then give feedbacks. So all those are things that are built right in. So we can do comments, we can do a grade, and of course, right in here we can return. So return is really nice. If a student does turn something in and it's incomplete and you want to give it back to them to redo it, returning that submission is a way to do that. Of course, you can, do all sorts of things. You can see this is a quick snapshot view of what their assignment looks like. Again, comment. So highlight text or create a new comment. Just like how any other comment would work in Google. So I could just select that text. I can just add a comment. All right. And then, of course, you can add comments to banks. So if you have, for example, comments that you're going to use a lot, maybe you have something like, the work is, like if you're a math teacher, for example, you might have something that says like your work is insufficient. Then you could have something in there along those lines where you can have that in that comment bank that you can then just quickly reuse those comments. If I go back to the files, of course, here I can assign a grade. So I'm just saying, hey, that's 100 points. All right. And now, of course, you can see it says not returned. So when I click on return, all right, that's going to give the student the chance to know, hey, I got 100 points on that. All right. So it allows me to quickly go in and work on these assignments. So again, that was that piece. Now, if we go back, we can look at the quiz demo. The big thing with this one, again, remember, we did not see, see it says it was turned in, but we don't see the quiz. All right, so I'm just going to go back up here to the class here. And I'm going to open up that demo. Import the grades. All right, so I'm going to import that. All right, so now with those grades imported, you can see I have a 5 out of 10. It says it's a draft. So let's go ahead and see if we can look at that. So now do details. So it says 5 out of 10, which means that there is something, it says it's a draft. I can return that to give it back to the student. But you have to be careful if these are, for example, short answer ones. You may have to go back and check those short answers. But I'm just going to, for our purposes, return this to the student just so they can know that, hey, you got 5 out of 10 on it. And even then, if I look back and say, hey, here's this assignment, I look, oh, look, they didn't complete this. They did complete this thing and it was correct. I have the ability, of course, to always come over here. I can change this assignment, so let's just make it a 10 out of 10. And now you can see that they have that 10 out of 10, and I can return that with the new grade. All right, so that's a real quick snapshot of how to do that. And again, if you come back to grades, you can now see that this is marked as turned in. They have a 10 out of 10, 100, 100. So this grade book will quickly populate. All right, and that's going to wrap up pretty much most of what we need to know through Google Classroom. There's a bunch more stuff that you can really sink your teeth in with advanced stuff, but that should give you enough information to be dangerous.